What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Mr. Big Kid TAVIE, and I'm back with another movie review. Today we're about to talk about Mufasa, the Lion King. You guys know that I had the opportunity to check it out earlier this week. I gave my quick thoughts right out of the theater, but now I'm going to get into more detail of what I liked and what I didn't like. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of my upcoming movie reviews, and you can stay up to date with what I'm posting. So, talking about Mufasa, the Lion King. It was an enjoyable movie overall. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I liked the way the movie looked. It was similar to the 2019 version. There were some things that I didn't like as well. I alluded to those in the right out of the theater movie review. I want to start with my things that I didn't like first. One of the biggest things that I didn't like is the runtime of the movie. I feel like they could have accomplished what they accomplished in the movie, by shaving off some parts of the movie. Some things kind of ran a little bit too long. That made other things feel a little bit rushed. So the runtime was one of my drawbacks. And what I mean by some things feeling a little bit rushed, I feel like Scar's or Taka's turn to become Scar felt really rushed. Even though there was bits and pieces that were peppered in showing that, hey, he may turn, he may do this. And even though we already know that he's going to become Scar, I feel like it was rushed. I feel like they could have put some more meat and potatoes with that right there. But the two biggest things were the runtime and how fast that they pushed Scar to turn, and the reason he turned. They met Sarabi, who we all know is Mufasa's queen. He fell in love with Sarabi in like 10 seconds. It's like, dude, y'all just met. You and your brother have been brothers for years, for your life. And he just turned just that quick. I didn't like that. Another thing, even though I said I like how the movie looked overall, there were a couple times in the movie where I felt like some of the scenes were like being fast forward. Like, you get I'm about to show my age a little bit, but you get the video player and you press fast forward and it's just like going, it looked like that on the VHS player. Like specifically when, I'm about to say Simba, specifically when Mufasa and Taka were running and they were doing the race, there were certain parts in that scene where it looked like somebody hit the fast forward button. But other than that, that's why I wanted to get those out of the way. I didn't have much negatives. I enjoyed it. Just the runtime, Taka's quick turn to the dark side, and some of the graphic here and there. But other than that, I enjoyed the movie. I had fun. I like getting the background to Scar. I like getting the background to Mufasa. I was always under the impression, and I guess it was based on what we knew from the original, I always thought they were actually blood brothers, but you can see that they're, even back in the original, you can see they look like two different type of lions. Mufasa's a more so golden hue lion, Taka is a more dark haired lion, and they kind of portrayed that in this movie. And they went into the different lion tribes. That was cool. I like that. I like that they gave Mufasa and Simba's pride, they gave them their own kingdom. Because the way the movie was starting off, it was like, and I'll tell you guys, I almost didn't want to watch this movie because it put me in the mindset. The way they were promoting it put me in the mindset is that they were gonna have Mufasa come and just take over Scar's kingdom. That was his birthright. And I was like, oh man, I don't want them to make a good character turn like kind of bad in people's eye. But they did it in a good way, because Scar was like showing those signs of not being a coward, and Mufasa stepped in to save Scar's mom, and he ran away. And the reason they had to venture off and go and find their own places because of what Scar did. You know, even though Mufasa killed the lion that would be chasing them, killed his son. You know, he did it to protect who he knew as his brother and the woman that took him in. You know, so I enjoyed that aspect of it. One of the big things that I really like is how the story was being told. You know, you got a little bit of Simba, you got a little bit of Nala, because you know that's who we were introduced to in the original. Seeing them as adults again and expanding their family was really cool, but getting that backstory through Rafiki telling the story to Simba's daughter was really cool. It took some shades of Lion King 1.5. I don't think a lot of people really acknowledge that movie, but they took some beats from that movie and put it in this one. It was really good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, those are my quick thoughts. You know, spoilers. I enjoyed the movie. It was a great movie. It was fun. If you haven't seen it already, make sure you go and check out Mufasa the Lion King. I think you will enjoy it, especially if you enjoyed the original Lion King and if you enjoyed the 2019 remake. In my opinion, it's not as good as the original, but 9 times out of 10 things are never as good as the original. But yeah, I believe Mufasa the Lion King definitely brought the heat. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Mufasa the Lion King brought the heat, or did it put you to sleep? Drop your thoughts down in the comment section and let me know how you felt. If you enjoyed my review of Mufasa the Lion King, make sure you do me this favor. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Really helps the channel grow, guys. With all that said, Mr. Big Kid TAVIE, holla at y'all later.